Hey there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, doing an unboxing today. Now, I purchased 4th Street Baseball about 2 months ago, and the PDF version, and I downloaded the rules and that sort of thing, and I started playing it, and I played, I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks of 4th Street Baseball, and I really enjoyed myself. It does take a little bit of extra time to play through those games, and when you want to, sometimes when you want to play a season, you want to choose a game that maybe doesn't have that many intricacies. Not always. It just depends on, what your taste is, what your interests are at that moment in time. So anyway, let's get started. Let's open this up and see what we got. I'm gonna do an unboxing. First of all, it's a pretty nice box. It's not one of those. It's a little bit sturdier than the shirt boxes. A little bit sturdier than the shirt boxes. So that's a plus. History Maker Baseball had one of those terrible flimsy boxes, that just are basically cardstock, very thin cardstock. This is a little bit thicker than that, and there's a lot of ink used up here. So it's this obviously wraps around the box. All this black ink, was costly. This is a 2019 copyright. So here's some of the stuff I'm getting. This is the 1976 I picked up from a friend, and the 1976 team. This was the first season I ever rolled tabletop. So 76 has, an attraction that nostalgia for me. And this is the Detroit Tigers here. I guess my bud he's a very busy guy, and I guess he just did not want to really get into this game. So we're gonna put the Tigers to the side, and here we get some of these tokens. This game uses a lot of tokens. I don't use these tokens when I play, but it does, offer the tokens, and it contains the tokens, so you can use those tokens for different things to kind of place fielders. Let me turn this around real quick so you can see the ball field. There is, oh wait a second, yeah. So this is a Milwaukee Brewers ball field of 76. He was playing the Milwaukee Brewers. Defensive ratings. These cards tell you the defensive ratings and the results for every. So the one thing that this game has a lot of are individual results. Like if I'm a batter and the pitcher doesn't get me out, and I make contact, now I'm going to look at the fielder. Did I hit it to center field, and where did I hit it? Okay, it depends. Those two things get factored in sometimes, not all the time. But who did I hit it to is pretty big, and that comes up, I think, the majority of the time. Did I hit it to shortstop? Well, let's check the shortstop's card. If I hit it to third base, let's check the third baseman's card. If I hit it, back to the pitcher, let's check his defensive card. That's what this game does that other games don't do. It's a fun game. It's not really all that difficult. You have to be methodical about learning it. So these are some of the cool things. It's got this stuff. What can I say? And then it's got a whole bunch of these tokens. Ton of these tokens, which I would never use for pitch count. I use the basic version. There's a basic and an advanced version. I was happy, as a pig in slop playing the basic version. I didn't need the advanced version. So Detroit, these are the Detroit ratings, and these go in this other set right here. This was the first, as I said, and here you go. All these tokens go into this bag. So let's pop these in there. I'm never going to use these tokens for anything. But here's the ball field. I really like that. And there's some results that'll say, check the ballpark. And you're going to roll 3 dice, and you're going to see exactly, You're going to cross-reference where the ball was hit. If it goes over this wall, well, it's a home run. If it this is where the X's is where your standard fielders will be placed. But if you know a guy's a pull hitter, guess what you can do? You can move him over, a couple of spots. So if it falls within a certain distance of where the fielder is standing, he has the ability. You have the chance to roll on his range and see if he catches it, which is really fun and really cool. I like that a lot about this game. All right, so that was the Milwaukee Brewers Park. Now let's look at whatever this thing is. All right, this is Basic Instruction Manual. There you go. Yeah, this is also online. You can check this out online, and it's free. So you can look through it and get a sense of, hey, so it's not too overwhelming. It's only 4 pages, right, back and front. So I guess you could say 8 pages. Well, let's look at that a little bit more closely so you can kind of get a sense of playing the game. It gives you examples using the match. The match, is it a righty or is it versus a lefty? It's very simple to do. Then of course it shows you the card, the player card. It shows you the ballpark card. I had absolutely no problem understanding the rules. And the 1 or 2 questions I had, I immediately reached out to the designer and he got back to me right away. So that was really good. So I'm very happy with that. This is the injury chart. Now I play actual lineups. I don't really play injuries. And if an injury came up in a series, I would roll a 6-sided die. A 1 and a 2 is 1 game. A 3 and a 4 is 2 games, and a 5 and a 6 would be the series, something like that. Just to simplify it, if I wanted to add that, I don't need that big chart for all that. Let's see what this is. This is 4th Street Baseball results and base running chart. Super easy to understand, super easy to follow. It's 2-sided. You basically just roll, and if you roll a 43, it's a strikeout. A 44 is a walk. A 45 is a hit by pitch. It's the reading on the card. In other words, the card will give you a number. You come over here, it says 43 on the pitcher card, and it's a strikeout. All runners hold. Okay, so it's very simple to follow, very intuitive, very well done, very nicely done. Now I feel that this is a more thoughtful unboxing because I have used the game and played the game before, although I've never had the actual game. The official made from the company game. I bought the PDF, the online version. This is the basic results. I use the basic results. How is this one a little bit different? This is the results and base running chart. I don't know what's the difference between these two. 4th Street results and base running chart. This is basic results. I use this one, and I had no problem with that one. Baseball weird play chart. I didn't use that. I just used this right here, 1 page. It was so easy to play. This is good. Here's another little token. So you have 4 of these little chits. And this is a quick start sheet. So this gives you everything quick. Take a look. These are the abbreviations. 76. It tells you, I guess, a little bit about the 76. No, it just says 76 there. This is one of their box score sheets. A little bit small for me to fit anything, even though I have a friend who really likes, David, he really likes when it's small. He doesn't like a lot of space. I'd rather have more space in the boxes and less space for stats, because I don't keep my stats. The computer does that. It's like saying I don't text people, or I just call them, and if they don't pick up the phone, well, then I don't get a chance to, or I don't call them either. I don't text people. I don't call them. I get in my car and I drive to their house and I knock on their door. That's, in other words, you got to use the SIM engine, just like you got to text and you got to call people using your cell phone, right? It's just the modern way. Although I know guys are going to say, he just thinks that everything new is great. I said, no, that's not true though. That's not true. Don't say that. Got to go over an email, not an email, it was a comment on YouTube. I'm going to go over that in one of my videos. It's a long comment, and it totally miscategorizes my perspective and the way I am and the reason I have my views. You know, I don't think that something new is better than something old at all. But, you know, there's a value to a 57 Chevy, right? There's a value to that. But would I want to, you know, drive a car with no, you know, remote control windows, with no electric windows, with no airbags, with no anti-lock braking system, with no, you know, modern GPS? You know, would I want to drive one of those cars? Sometimes, sure, on a Sunday. But I don't know if I want to go every day and long trips with the older car like that without those modern day, you know, advantages. So that's really where I come from. All right, so this is all it gives you the lineups, right? It tells you what lineups are. Let me just make sure you're sitting everything okay. It tells you all the lineups for all the teams: New York, Mickey Rivers, Roy White. Nice thing about 76 is they use these lineups 90% of the time. You know, so and the rotations basically 90% of the time. These guys would go. Hunter and Holtzman and Figueroa and Ellis and so on. These guys pitched. They pitched a lot. All right, so let's go. Let's see what this is here. This is the American League. I thought I had that. That's weird. New York A lineup. Okay, this is the American League and the National League. Here's the Mets over here, and more than the rest of the teams. It's a one-sided sheet. What is this? The instruction manual. Okay, I thought I had one of those. What was that other book? What was that other book here? This was basic instruction manual. This is the one for guys like me, basic. This is I guess the more advanced manual that has the same thing, but you can call pitches and you can do all kinds of things in this game. The cards are a little bit intimidating at first, but once you understand the card, you'll be fine with it, okay? Because there's really only one major place that you would look. Versus left-handed pitcher versus right-handed pitcher, and of course it's the type of pitch. Is it an infield? Is it an outfield result? Anyway, it looks a lot more complicated than it actually is, but you got to go 1 or 2 innings at a time when you're learning, you know, some games. Some guys can learn games like, you know, quick. Other guys, you got to take it slow, because what happens is they feel overwhelmed and they're like, no, I'm not gonna. It's too much trouble. Let me just stick to the game I know. You know, and there's nothing wrong with the game you know, but if you want to just, you know, try something new on the menu, right? You don't want to eat hamburgers every single day of your life. You may want to try a steak once in a while, you know, so, or you may be eating, you know, a steak every day, and maybe you want to try a hamburger, you know, with extra ketchup and whatever you like on it. Anyway. So these are all the ballparks. Now I've seen these ballparks, and I got to ask the guy. Color, basically, this is green. Obviously, the whole thing is green and black. But I've seen these in color, where different parts are different colors, and I have to ask him where he got that. But here are all the ballparks. Let me look at Yankee Stadium. So Yankee Stadium should be about 315. Now this is 76, mind you. So I can't remember. I know it was short. So let's look at Yankee Stadium. This is New York A. So 310 down the line. So this is the old Yankee Stadium. 310 down the line, 312 down right field and left field. And then, American, right? This is Yankee Stadium, New York American, and then New York National. And of course, this is Shea Stadium. At the time, this is in Flushing, Queens. This is my old neighborhood. I am from Flushing, Queens, right around the corner from Shea Stadium and Citi Field for many, many years. But New York became cost prohibitive for somebody who's headed towards retirement. No need to kind of put that kind of money in there. the Oakland Alameda Coliseum and Philadelphia Park. Here are all your ballparks, and they're all, as you can see, they're all different dimensions. Now, anything that goes beyond that wall, and the way you look at that here on the side are the numbers. You roll a d20, and if you roll a 19, that's a home run here. Well, actually, anywhere is going to be a home run. 17 will be a home run all the way around as well. But 15 may be off the wall. Here, off the wall, here's a home run, home run. 15 is a home run until there. I'm not sure what that gray area means. There's probably, I know when it's dark, it's off the wall. I think that may just mean it's off the wall, and for whatever reason it's gray, but it may have a different meaning as well. Pittsburgh, San Francisco. As you can see, every ballpark is different. So this is San Francisco. So this one is 335 down the line, right field line. This is 330, St. Louis. This is 330, Texas. I guess they all try to make it around 330, 340. Montreal is 340, 330, Atlanta. 309, Baltimore. That's a small park. Wow, 309. That's even smaller than Yankee Stadium. Boston is 302, and here's 310. This is the Green Monster. As you can see, it has 3 different numbers: 12, 13. If you pull it down the line, the left field line, and you roll a 12, 13, or 14, it's off the wall, and you can try for a triple. Chicago. So here are all your ballparks, and every ballpark is a little bit different. And then let's get to let's see what else we got here. These are, I think, little cards that you cut out. You cut these little cards out, and for the plays and for also the type of pitch that you want to throw, I guess you can do that if you play somebody else. I didn't use any of this. I didn't need it. You don't need it in the basic. So I don't know exactly what this is, but they're little cards, and you cut these out and use them for different things according to whatever the rules say. I'm not sure exactly what the rules say about that. I didn't do that. I didn't use that. You don't have to use that to really enjoy this game. And I'm going to go back to playing this game. I'm going to start today. I'm already going to start playing baseball classics on my channel. That's based on the Sports Illustrated game from the 1970s. Here is Doyle Alexander. This is the Yankees. This is the 76 Yankees. As you can see, he only separated a couple of teams. He, I believe, is a Milwaukee Brewers fan, I believe. So he separated Milwaukee. Here are all the cards. All right. And Glenn Abbott, he's with Oakland. And here are the Yankees, Doyle Alexander, and so on and so forth. If you like splits, everybody's got splits. Pitchers got splits, batters got splits. Okay? So they got splits versus pitcher, infield, outfield, and power splits as well. So if you roll a PW, that's going to be his power numbers, and that's going to affect did he hit home runs versus left-handed pitchers, or did he hit home runs versus right-handed pitchers? And that's in there. So if you like splits, this is the game for you, because this has got pitcher splits, lefty, righty, and then it's got batter splits as well if it goes to the batter card. If it stays on the pitcher card, well, he's got left-handed batter versus right-handed batter. All right, so this game is for you if you like splits. And here's all the teams. Chicken Stanley's there, Dick Tidrow, Otto Velez. You're going to get most of the players. For example, Otto Velez had 94 at-bats. Let's see who had fewer at-bats than Otto Velez on the Yankees. Give me a second to go over that. Let me see, I'll recognize somebody with fewer at-bats. See how far down, how low it goes. How low can you go, right? All right, Fran Healy had 144 bats. That's a lot of bats. Okay. Let's see. Now, this game does not give you every player, unfortunately. You don't get every player in this game. You get most of the players, but you don't get every player. So the one that has the least is the 94 at bats. Oh, 67. Oh no, that's on Baltimore. You got a 67 at bat guy, Terry Crowley. Terry Crowley has 67 at bats. The designer has a criteria, right? The designer has a criteria. And let's see. So far, we found 67 at bats for batters, 77 at bats for Tommy Harper. Reggie Jackson played with Baltimore that year, 76. He was traded to Baltimore. Ron Pruitt had 86 at bats. So you'll get guys with fewer than 100 at bats. Let's see. I haven't gone to the pitchers. Innings pitched. Let's see. 30 at bats. Oh, look, Tim Nordbrook, 30 at bats. So it goes that low. So I guess it just depends, right? It depends. 56 at bats for Boston, Bob Heiss. I think that's how you, or House. I can't remember how you pronounce that name. And let's see, who else we got? 93 at bats for Montgomery. 31 innings pitched for Kruger, Rick Kruger. 31 innings pitched. So it goes pretty low, 31 innings pitched. For modern, I think it's, for modern games, it's got to be lower because, you know, nowadays, forget it. And for a year like 2020, whoa. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all you get. I think that, now, I didn't get any, this game I don't believe comes with dice. I don't believe it comes with dice. I'm not too sure. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't matter to me. I have so many dice, I don't know what to do with them. And I'm putting this back, putting the names back. And let's, Jim Rice. Just, let's see. Put the Yankees back. Dave Pagan with the Yankees at 70 innings pitched. He played with the Yankees and he played with Baltimore. There was a lot of trades between the Yankees and Baltimore back then. And 39 innings pitched for Holsworth. He's with Baltimore. Rudy May played with both Baltimore and New York that season, 76. Cleveland, Ron Pruitt, I think I said that, he had 86 at bats. Rod Hendricks had 132 at bats. So that's about it. So that's for my, I think I gave you a pretty comprehensive look at the game, pretty much. You can get all this for free. Just go to 4th Street Baseball. Basically, you got to buy the season, but you can get the rules for free to look at them, the basic rules. They may have advanced rules there as well. But really, the thing is to, you know, try it out. Not too expensive. I think it's about $20 for a set, $22 for a PDF set. It's worth it. You print out a few teams, and that's about it. So this is my unboxing of 4th Street Baseball. Very cool. And I thank my buddy. I think I got a fair price for the game. And I will do the same for somebody else in the future. Let's put the rest of this in here. And that's it. So this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 4th Street Baseball. Ask me any questions. I will see you later.